Because, you know, it's all got to be kind of casual. I tell you what, folks, it's all got to be kind of casual. And when I say all of it, I fucking mean all of it. It's all got to be kind of casual. Like, if everything's too formal, you know, you're going to have your formal stuff and you're going to, like, formally make it and yada yada. But most of the time, you know, it's got to be laid back. It's got to be loose fit or not at all. At least, you know, that way it happens, right? It happens. So today's drill, this is a simple drill, okay? You take your two balls and your one hand, it doesn't matter which one. I'm going to start with my right hand. I have been, purportedly, I am right-handed, but I'm sort of working to undo that mythology, right? I think we're all ambidextrous, and I'm showing some exercises that have encouraged me. This ain't your grandma's tennis show. Grandma. Grandma. Hold on. I had a little fleck of tobacco on my tooth. I don't know how it got there. It's because I smoke cigarettes, y'all, okay? And marijuana, and I don't know why I pointed at you like that. It's like it's the tip of the day or something. Whatever. Everybody's gonna, like, find their own fucking way through life. Part of my way is to do this eccentric tennis show, and part of my eccentric tennis routine is encouraging me to do things with both hands, challenge myself, you know, and get used to the fact that, for all intents and purposes, I'm left-handed. I'm left-handed. If anybody asks, I'm left-handed. So we're going to start with the left hand. And this is just where you take your two balls and you try and, no, you don't try, you do. You throw one up, and while the other one's up, it's like juggling, right? It's juggling two balls with one hand. And I start, you know, 1, 2, 3. And if you can do that, that's pretty good. You know, 1, 2, 3. So you know, that sounds kind of pedestrian or something, right? But I tell you, try it. And if I try to do more than 3, you're going to see how things can potentially go awry. And you're potentially going to see that because, who knows, they may have mastered it already. The thing about that is, though, it's unlikely, because the whole point of this exercise is this is something you can do in your fucking living room listening to fucking classic rock with 2 tennis balls. You don't even need a racket, okay? And what you're doing is you're developing hand-eye coordination, and you're definitely building confidence, not only in your left hand or your right if you were left-handed, but also your other digit, okay? Which is equally viable. Now, the tricky thing about this drill is, in part, trying to throw the balls such that they don't collide into one another in midair. Though if they do, you're essentially doing it right. It means you're throwing the balls at a good, steady trajectory, and probably the ideal one. It's only not ideal because they will collide and then you won't catch either of them. Okay, so yeah, I like to always exercise both hands. And now we're going to try to go a little longer. That was pretty good. That was 4. That was 4. I bobbled with my right hand. See, forget about it. Forget about it. Forget about it. You are one, I was going to say beast, but why not? You are one. You may have 2 hands, but you're one beast. You're a 2-handed one beast. And you don't care that you have 2 hands. You're just a beast, and you're bringing it across a bear, right? Okay, that was pretty good. I put my whole body into that one. So you can actually get enthusiastic about this little drill. And And then take a deep breath and draw yourself back in and focus again. Because I'm not trying to like be the Tasmanian devil over here. I'm trying to channel the holy tennis spirit, yeah. Focus. Pretty good. It took me a while before I could do 4, okay? In fact, the first couple days of doing this drill, we'll call it a drill, which is really just picking up a couple fucking balls and throwing them up in the air. I didn't make the connection, okay? For example, it's more like that. That was an exaggerated example, but that's how I started. That's how I started, and that's a metaphor for me as a tennis player. It's probably a metaphor for most of us in life in general, like learning to fucking walk for the first time when you get up and then blah, if you like, you know, one of the less fortunate, you land on your fucking face blah, right out the gates, but you keep going. And maybe they're the most fortunate ones. Maybe that was me. I don't know. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe I landed on my head. Maybe I fell from something farther than just the floor, you know. But I'm trying to, I am using this to my advantage. Okay, so here's my supposition. I'm only doing whatever I filmed that day. There's no future, there's no past, there's no history, there's only boom, what comes up. And this is what has come up today. And I figured we do that, I don't even want to say every day, but most days. And I've already dedicated more time to this than I'm even talking about having to do. But I'm talking about just opening a channel and keeping that channel open and keeping the flow steady and really the ambiance fresh, you know. And I don't really have to do more than that. That's the point. I don't even really have to fucking do that, to be honest. But what I figured out is once you've done everything, once you've accomplished everything you set out to and all of your dreams have already basically come true, you need something to do. You still need something to do, you know. And come on, am I the master yet? Nope, not yet. So I have nothing more to say. Sometimes it's best to keep one's big mouth shut. I put that in kind of like passive voice because I don't know if it really applies to me, but it's one of those things that like Polonius would have said. Was he the guy that was behind the curtain that Hamlet stabbed? I don't know. I've heard things said about Polonius, if I'm thinking of the right guy. But you know, it's all hearsay, right?